Castor is talking about this issue this morning from the Busansky Senior Center in Tampa. Thank you for joining us, Congresswoman Castor.
Good morning, Ann.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Explain this proposal. Start from the beginning. What would it do?
Well, we all agree we've got to reduce the debt and the deficit, but there are going to be very definitive choices about how we get there. The Republican proposal that will be on the floor of the House this week would end Medicare as we know it. It would eliminate that long-time guaranteed benefit that Medicare has provided for decades and decades. Instead, it would give you a voucher and send you to a private health insurance company. We do not need to do this to balance the budget. There's a lot of spending through the tax earmarks and the tax code that we could fill in those gaps. There are significant tax breaks to oil companies. We should ask them to pay their fair share and go for a balanced approach rather than end Medicare as we know it. It won't save cost. That cost would just be shifted to families and older Americans.
Congresswoman, could we maybe look down the road and say to ourselves, maybe those who have it now or who are participating in the system will get it, but those who don't at this point, maybe they would be up for something like that? In other words, grandfather those participants in who already have it and not those who are not yet participating.
Well, that is the Republican proposal to end Medicare as we know it for those that are 55 and younger. But they also propose to ratchet way back on Medicaid that would slash support to families for nursing care. You can't do both at the same time, and you don't need to do that to balance the budget. There are other sources of revenue that we should look to. Those tax breaks for the big oil companies, other tax earmarks in the code. We can eliminate some of the deductions and reform the tax code. There's no reason to end Medicare as we know it, which would not save costs. It would simply shift the cost to hardworking families. And the Republicans should look at a more balanced approach rather than ending Medicare.
Political issue, a hot one, that's for sure. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Castor.